We'll keep an eye on the developments there. Meanwhile, some more news that we're tracking at this point in time. China slapped tariffs on a range of U.S. products and announced a probe into Google moments after President Donald Trump imposed a 10% tariff on goods from Beijing. This has reignited a trade war between the world's largest economies. China will investigate the U.S. tech giant for alleged antitrust violations, as per the statement from the state administration. Beijing hit U.S. coal and liquefied natural gas exports with a 15% levy and targeted its oil and agricultural equipment with a 10% fee.
Two different kinds of tariffs here that the Chinese administration has imposed on US goods. The first one is 15% tariff and the second one is 10% tariff. So these cover a lot of products from the US administration. Some of them are oil imports, other ones are crude imports, and some coal imports are also there. So these are some of the biggest areas that will need to be looked at. But experts are suggesting that these are mostly, a political statement that the Chinese administration is trying to make, because the Chinese administration is already under tariffs that were imposed by the Trump administration, the first administration of Trump, that was back in 2018. So these are some additional tariffs on top of those tariffs. So these are some hard times for China, because the economy of Chinese government has been slowing down in the last few years. The manufacturing hub that China is has sort of weakened, because some of its manufacturing companies have shifted to other countries such as India. So all of that will come into the picture, but the bigger story here is that it's tit for tat. US just announced US's tariffs have just come into effect, and 10% import, 10% tariffs on all Chinese imports. So that will need to be looked at, how Chinese government moves on from here. But as I mentioned, a lot of experts are saying that these are some mild measures that China has taken, but nonetheless these will have some ripple effects on countries across the world. But for now, these trade war seem to be happening. On the other hand, there have been some reprieve from other countries, because Canada and Mexico had faced much bigger tariffs of 25%. That has for now been paused for 30 days. But for now, China is the one that is facing the heat of the US administration, Trump administration. So all of that will need to be looked at in the next few weeks.